Let's imagine a scenario. You were in charge of your country, not as a president or prime minister, but as a military strongman who came to power through a coup. And somehow you managed to stay in power for over 30 years. You have crushed all opposition, real or imagined. Your name is synonymous with your country. In fact, many people believe that you are the country. You have complete control of the levers of power. You have made some infrastructure investments here and there. You have also fought a couple of wars and acquired some regional territories. You have ruled like an emperor, but you are not a king. You don't even have a royal lineage. So what do you do when you are 78 years old and you have ruled for over 3 decades? You step down and hand over to your vice president, right? Well, hold on, that's where you are wrong. If you are one of these African leaders, you don't retire. No, you groom your children to take over from you. It doesn't matter if they have any political experience or not. They are qualified by the virtue of being your blood. And so they will rule like you did, crushing every opposition and stealing every opportunity. Welcome to Cameroon, the land of perpetual sunshine, where the average temperature is around 24 degrees Celsius. It has never fallen below 18 degrees since the beginning of time. Cameroon is located in Central Africa. It has 2 official languages, English and French. It gained independence from the Dutch in 1945 and has had only 2 presidents since then. The first was Ahmadou Ahidjo, who ruled from 1945 to 1982, and the second was Paul Biya, who took over from Ahidjo in 1982, and Paul Biya is still in power today, making him the longest ruling president in Africa, having ruled for 41 years now. It is mind-boggling to think that someone has been in power for more than 4 decades. But it's even more mind-boggling that he is still there after all these years. How did he do it? Well, he did it the old-fashioned way. At independence, the country was split into 2 regions, French Cameroon and British Cameroon. When the country got its independence from the Dutch, the British part was placed under the administration of the United Nations and was meant to be independent by 1964, but in 1961, just 2 years before it was supposed to be independent, a plebiscite was held. The question before the people of the British Cameroons was simple: will you join Nigeria or will you join the French Cameroons? The answer was neither. The people voted to join French Cameroon, and thus the 2 Cameroons were reunited in 1961. Paul Biya was part of this process, and he used his position as Minister of the Presidency to push for reunification. In 1972, when the President, Ahmadou Ahidjo, decided to change the country's name from the United Republic of Cameroon to the Republic of Cameroon, Paul Biya supported him. This made him popular with the French-speaking Cameroonians, and when the president was toppled in a coup in 1982, Paul Biya was the one who crushed the coup and became the new president. He consolidated his power by changing the constitution to make himself president for life. He then turned the country into a one-party state. Any opposition was crushed and elections were rigged. In 2004, Paul Biya won an election with 71% of the vote. The European Union observers said the election was neither free nor fair. The same thing can be said about the 2008 election, which gave Paul Biya another 7-year term. In 2011, he won again with 75% of the vote. By this time, he had been in power for 30 years. And in 2018, he won again with 73% of the vote. He is currently the world's longest-serving non-royal head of state. It is hard to imagine how anyone can be in power for more than 3 decades, let alone 41 years. But Paul Biya has done it. His secret, a combination of ruthlessness, cunning and a willingness to do whatever it takes to stay in power. He is feared and respected in equal measure. Some see him as a dictator, while others see him as a father figure. Love him or hate him, Paul Biya is synonymous with Cameroon. He's the country. And when he eventually dies, it is likely that his vice president, his son, Mark, will take over. and Mark is already being groomed for the job. He is the vice president today, and he will be in charge tomorrow. Cameroon is a tragedy of missed opportunities. With its strategic location, abundant resources, and youthful population, it should be one of the success stories of Africa. But decades of misrule have turned it into one of the least developed countries in the world. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Also watch this video next.